People of Earth, I come in peace. Do you get it? Because the whole, surrounded with a tinfoil thing, it's like I'm in a giant spaceship. I feel very spaceshipy, if that's a word. It's not a word. No, it's not a word. Just doing my normal in the morning. If I actually sleep at a truck stop, I drive around it a little bit when it's negative 15 degrees out and make sure all the juices are flowing, make sure everything's moving, make sure everything's good to go. Then we're going to spin over here to the gas station and we're going to top the tanks off on diesel. We don't need it. We got plenty of diesel on board, and I want to keep the tanks full. We're sitting at 3 degrees, negative 15 degree wind chill right now. And we're at the Sac and Fox Casino in Kansas. Pretty simple goal today. We're going to go up to Sioux City, Iowa. We're going to grab a hold of a trailer and we're going to take it right back down to Topeka, Kansas. It doesn't get much easier than that. Yeah, I want to get fuel now, right? Technically, I should have got it last night when I got here. That way your fuel's nice and toasty. Really warm. But I didn't. I just pulled in and stared at my phone, then went to bed. A little bit over half a tank in there. That's enough warm fuel to blend in with the cold fuel we're about to put in it. Yeah. I think we should probably get fuel. No. People of Earth, I am confused. Hey. See that? Remind me to put my new ones on when it warms up. I've only had them for about 2 months, but I still have the 2024s on. I haven't had it for 2 months. Maybe a month. Probably a month. Come on, man. Woo! Alright. They still give you a free fountain drink here. I'm good. There is a good part about having hot flashes. Yes, because I think I am having hot flashes. But the good part would be when it's negative 15 degrees out, you can actually sweat. Plus we had this sweater on top of the sweatshirt, so we were plenty dressed warm. It doesn't get much more dressing warm for me. Alright, we have let's think. A little bit over 200 miles till we get to Sioux City, Iowa. Whenever I stay down here at this old Sac and Fox, it screws me up on my miles all the time because it's basically in the middle of nowhere. There's out of town that way, not out of town that way. I don't know. But so I always get screwed up on how far I am from the world, man. Remember, spaceship. I don't know if I want to be an alien or if I want to be like a Captain Kirk, or Picard, or Spock. They're in spaceships and they're human. But I guess it'd make more sense if I was an alien because I'm really, really weird. Oh yeah, and don't worry. We're going to go down to Oklahoma a little bit later on in the week, but we got to run one more of these Topekas tonight. Another thing I do, if you can, if you're not impeding traffic, when it's really cold and I leave and I start hitting the road, I will go slow. I mean, we're going 60 actually now, but back there I was going like 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, just getting the juices warmed up, man. It's nice to get warmed up slowly versus boom, throwing straight into it, I just spent 202 miles on the phone with California. If you guys don't remember California, he's a buddy of mine that, well, he's been on the videos a few times. He's got that real pretty W900. But we got to talking, and it's probably, maybe not 205, at least 150 miles. I was on the phone with him, and he's one of those guys, he's one of those friends of mine that you can do that with. You can just get on the phone and talk. You can be talking about one thing, and then the next second you're way off on another topic. And he's just a good brother. He's a good guy, good friend, and I really enjoy that. But either way, we're in Sioux City, Iowa right now. We are at Kenworth. I'm just going to run in here. He had some, California had some gelling up issues. I'm like, man, that sucks. That's no good. Well, then it just started dawning on me. I wonder if I have any of my filters left. So I got in my supply closet back here in the back of the sleeper, and looked in there, and holy smokes, I don't have any fuel filters in there. So I went through this whole cold streak without any extra fuel filters. I got lucky. I got real lucky, because you should always have at least 2 sets of fuel filters on you, and I didn't have any. The 1 gallon gas can that I carry in the toolbox over there, or 2 gallon gas can that I carry full of diesel, it's full, I think. I better check that. I know there's some in it. That's what I use to pour into the filters when I'm changing filters. That, or if I have additive with me, I use that. But that stuff's getting pretty spendy, and I don't really want to waste it if I don't have to. I'm pretty tight. I find myself getting tighter as I get older on some things. I still blow money like crazy, but like our window covers, you can buy pretty window covers for right around that $300 price range. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to spend that much money to cover my windows when I can just do it for $2 with this stuff. The good part is, though, we are lucky now. We're up to 19 degrees with a 2-degree wind chill. We're in the positive on both sides. But I got lucky. I should have had those fuel filters in here. I'm going to run over here, grab a couple. You know, a big thing is why you should always stock up on filters before a cold snap comes in. Well, these guys are out of them. They don't have any more fuel filters in a dealership. Not the fuel filters I need. We're going to run over to Kenworth, or Peterbilt, and see if they have us some fuel filters. Won't need them, because like I said, it's warming up now, but I think tomorrow is supposed to be like -5 for a high. So it's going to get cold again. You know, worst case scenario, we're just stopped down in Omaha, or Council Bluffs, down there at Speedco. Speedco should have a couple of them too. I might actually do that. We're down here. Peterbilt's just right there. We're spin over there and see what they got going. There you go. $100 later, we got 4 filters. We're good to go. We're safe. We made it through the deep freeze without having to change a filter. Good job there, first class. Good job. The good job technically goes to that beautiful yellow engine. The good job actually goes to that beautiful yellow engine underneath the hood. And that nice, beautiful fuel return. That is awesome. Fuel return on a Caterpillar. It's nice and warm. Those tanks are nice and toasty right now. Put your hand onto them and use them as a hand warmer. Alright, I got a text while we were in there that my trailer is ready for Topeka, so we're going to run back up to the yard, kick this wagon off, and grab a hold of our loaded trailer and do the same thing we did in the last video. Head for Topeka, Kansas. I actually need a new phone charger too, but I'm not going into that mess. Look at that. Wow. I'm telling you, we're in the wrong business, man. Definitely the wrong business. just will stop by the old trucking bureau, throw some receipts and money at them while we're at it. Standing. I did not know that you could just give them money. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Usually I always thought you had to pay them monthly, and I'm a huge fan of automatic withdrawals because, well, that's me. I'm very unorganized. That's why they do all my paperwork. But I went in there, and she's like, well, we kind of thought you fell off the face of the earth. So I hadn't stopped in a couple months. I go, I know. And she gives me, I got, here's some receipts, and I owe you some money. I think it was $168 or something like that. And I go, is there any other bills coming up like here soon that I can just pay now? And she goes, well, we have people come in and they just put $500 on an account, and then when that runs out, we'll give you a jingle. I'm like, let's do that, because then I don't have to worry about it on a monthly basis. I can just give them $500 and then worry about it when that money falls. Money isn't there. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't run an ELD, electronic log device, but hidden up underneath this dash, hidden up underneath here, it's not down where anybody can see it, and it takes a stack of paperwork and lawyers for the DOT to even get to it. But there's this little thing called a geotab in there. I think I made a video about it years ago. See, when you have to turn in your fuel receipts for IFTA, International Fuel Tax Association, it wants to know what roads you were on, what roads, how many miles you were in that state, and the whole works. Well, that little geotab thing hidden behind all that stuff, all the gauges, it keeps track of all that. So instead of me having to write down on a piece of paper, or write down in a tablet or on a folder every time I cross state lines and everything, that thing does it all for me. So all I have to do, give them my fuel receipts, they figure in all that stuff. They actually do a lot more too. All the permits, all the licensing. I got audited. What was that, a year ago? When did we get audited? I talked about that. All I had to do was bring the piece of paper that I'm being audited into these guys, and guess what? They took care of it. They called me a couple times on it, but I don't know what everyone else uses, owner-operator wise. I use the Iowa Trucking Bureau. That's what I use, and I'm really happy with them. Really happy with them. I remember up 10 years ago when I first started becoming an owner-operator, I'm like, oh, I can do all that stuff myself. That's just paperwork. I can do that. Oh, I can figure that in, or I can do that. Yeah, it turns out Kurt doesn't like paperwork. Kurt doesn't like paperwork at all. I like driving the truck. I don't like doing the paperwork. So that's why I pay someone else to do my paperwork. I have a tax lady too. I just drop all my receipts off to my tax lady, and she does all that too. So yes, I do pay money out to get stuff done, but it's just one less thing I have to worry about. I gotta worry about keeping first class running, keeping first class on the highway, keeping first class making money. And that's all I care about. There we go. We found a truck stop that wasn't completely packed. Usually you get away from the cities and away from the name brand ones, you can usually find one that's not a complete cluster. Boy, they don't give those phone chargers away, do they? Whew. Man. I forgot something. As in, when I say I forgot something, earlier when we were here and I got fuel, I left my credit card here. Probably shouldn't do that. Yep, I flat out forgot my credit card here, because you have to leave your credit card to get fuel. So I gave them my credit card, went in, they swiped it and they set it down beside the register. I didn't comprehend, hey, you don't have your credit card. So then I realized, oh, I don't have my credit card. So I called them. So they wrapped my credit card in a receipt and they shoved it under their cash register. I told them I'd be coming back through here later on tonight. We're at the Sac and Fox Casino where we spent last night, and it was really cold. It's 18 degrees right now. It'd feel like a heat wave if that wind wasn't blowing at 25 miles per hour. That wind's whipping pretty good. So it feels definitely warmer than last night inside the truck. Stand outside and that wind hits you. She feels chilly, but not like I'm going to kill you chilly. It just feels cold. I was just buzzing through some of my comments in our last video. One of you said to get NOAA for an app for radar and stuff. Because it was that video where I was talking about putting this my old phone in here. That is a pretty cool app. Pretty cool, something new to learn. All right, we are 50 miles from Topeka. So let's go drop this one off. Or stare at that handy dandy little app thing. It's supposed to snow tonight, or tomorrow. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Well, from that very, very epic and awesome unhooking process and recording, you guys have seen that we have made it to, not Dodge, we've made it to Topeka, Kansas. We've unhooked that loaded one, and guess what? Are you ready for it? We have an empty one behind us. Even more exciting news. Get ready. Dun, da, da, da. We're heading back up to Sioux City, Iowa. I hope we don't run into any troubles, though. I see it on the radar. It is snowing a little bit up there, so we'll see what it's doing. We leave for Oklahoma tomorrow, so I want to make sure everything goes pretty smooth. So let's do that. We're just going to go ahead, point the truck north, and start the exact same process over that we just completed. Congratulations, Florida. You have officially gotten more snow than Iowa this year. Pretty much everybody along that southern coast has beaten Iowa in the wise of snow. Looks kind of ugly down there. It really does. What are we thinking for supper tonight? Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Nah, I already ate supper. I had BLTs. They were really nice. If you're worried about the bacon consumption, don't worry. I had an orange for dessert, so that makes it good, right? That's actually a pretty evil mixture. We're parked up, rest area off of Interstate 29, just south of Council Bluffs, Iowa. This is where we're going to camp tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I want to thank you for watching. You guys stay safe, and as always, I will see you next time.